Hey everyone, it's Jim from Radio Wasteland Records. So if you watch our channel and you saw my live update earlier today, I said I wasn't going to do a new release video because A, it's getting a little closer to Record Store Day, and B, there didn't seem to be a heck of a lot of stuff out there. I was wrong. I went back and took a look, and there is some important stuff coming out. So we'll get to that. It's not a huge list this week, but if you'd like to see everything that I don't get to in this video, all you have to do is head over to our website at radiowastelandrecords.com. Look for the upcoming releases link, click on that, and you'll see a PDF with the full list of everything due out for this upcoming week's releases. Now, though, let's hit these highlights, some big stuff coming out for Friday, the 4th of April, 2025. Brand new stuff from the Waterboys. This is called Life, Death, and Dennis Hopper. A very interesting concept album that our description says was inspired entirely by the life and mythos of actor Dennis Hopper. Mike Scott and the Waterboys created this expansive album as a tribute to one of American pop culture's most compelling public figures. Deeply conceptual, this album of all original songs brings together some high-profile featured artists like Bruce Springsteen, Fiona Apple, and Steve Earle to musically weave through Hopper's life, including a song for each of Hopper's wives. The regular pressing is something being called Burnt. It looks like kind of a goldish brown Burnt LP. This one coming in at a suggested list price of $39. And then there is an indie exclusive version of this as well. This one is called Psychedelic Waves Coloring, so it's kind of a grayish with swirl through there. So that version of Life, Death, and Dennis Hopper comes in also at a suggested list price of $39. It's an interesting pairing of Elton John and Brandi Carlile. This is called Who Believes in Angels? Our description says that this was written and recorded over 20 days. Who Believes in Angels is a collaborative studio album between Elton John and Brandi Carlile. It mixes Elton-led songs and Brandi-led songs, with long-term collaborator Bernie Taupin and Brandi both contributing lyrics. So it looks like it could be a fun one, and there are two different vinyl variations of this. The standard one is on a red, yellow, and blue split-colored vinyl, that one listing for about $38. And then there is an indie exclusive version on what is being called Pink Spiral Vinyl. So we see a multicolor mix in that one as well. $38 the suggested list price on that one. And I do believe at least the tricolor split version comes with a booklet. Can't tell for certain whether or not the indie exclusive does, but I would imagine that one would as well. Onward now to the reissue scheduled for the 4th of April, 2025. And we're starting off with kind of an important one, a much sought after reissue. This is from Ethel Cain, and the album is called Preacher's Daughter. Some very heavy content in this, if you're familiar with the backstory on that. Originally released in May of 2022 to critical acclaim, this is now being reissued on two different vinyl variations. This is a double LP, the black vinyl version of this, listing for about $36, and then the indie exclusive is a limited edition. Says it comes with a poster, but I don't see whether or not there's a colored vinyl variation of that. But the indie exclusive is going to have that extra content in there as well. $36 is the suggested list price on that one also. That is a double LP as well. Elsewhere on the reissue front, we've got something from Molly Tuttle. This is When You're Ready, coming on pink and yellow swirl vinyl. This one was originally released in 2019 to worldwide acclaim, and this is Molly Tuttle's debut album. $28, the suggested list price there. Going back a little bit, but definitely a reissue that has long been overdue. Here's the self-titled Tracy Chapman. This is now being touted as an anniversary reissue and has been prepared for release by Chapman and the album's original producer, David Kirschenbaum. Pressed on 180-gram vinyl and sourced from the original analog master, this album package includes an insert of translated lyrics which accompanied the original international release. And of course, the album features the classic singles Fast Car, Talking About a Revolution, and Baby Can I Hold You. Single LP on black vinyl, 180 gram, as I'd mentioned, $25 the suggested list price there. And then we're seeing an indie exclusive as well, but I don't see that this is being in stock, and one of my distributors doesn't show it at all. But it says it is coming on clear orange vinyl, so we'll look out for that one. $25 the suggested list price as well. I don't know how tough that indie exclusive is going to be to get. I think the demand for either of these, though, the black or the indie exclusive, is going to be through the roof. So this could be a good get to get if you can't find an original out there, but those are usually pretty expensive as it is. Switching gears, let's talk about Motorhead and an Ace 50th anniversary edition of that self-titled album. This one a double LP and coming with something called a foil blocked logo sleeve. Not sure what that is. Double LP pressing to kick off Ace Records' 50th anniversary. There we go. They're delighted to offer up this double LP version of one of the most seminal and important heavy metal albums of all time, funded and released on Chiswick Records originally in 1977. Motorhead's debut album was a sonic blister of epic proportions that captured the musical lightning generated by Lemmy and crew. So according to our description, this double LP set not only offers up the classic first album, featuring tracks like White Line Fever, Violator, and many more, but also collates together on sides 3 and 4, City Kids, the Beer Drinkers EP, as well as different mixes and alternate versions of some ear-bleeding Motorhead classics like Motorhead, The Watcher, and Keep Us on the Road. So the album cover features a silver hot foil replication of the Motorhead logo in all of its glory. It's got some sleeve notes on there as well, which takes you through the story of how Chiswick Records managed to scrape together enough money to fund the recording of this original album. All right, so Motorhead, self-titled the Ace Records 50th Anniversary Edition, coming in at a suggested list price of $38. On the heavier side still, we've got a reissue from Testament and Brotherhood of the Snake, originally released in 2016. This album debuted at number 20 on the Billboard Top 200 at that time. Double LP coming on green colored vinyl, Brotherhood of the Snake from Testament, listing for about $36. We got a trio of reissues and a compilation coming up from Depeche Mode. First up is Music for the Masses, and then we've also got Violator, and then finally a reissue of Songs of Faith and Devotion. Music for the Masses, originally released in September of 1987, was their 6th studio album. That one coming in at a suggested list price of $27. Black vinyl on that one, by the way. Violator, originally released in 1990, was the band's 7th studio album. This one listing for $29, also on black vinyl. And then finally, Songs of Faith and Devotion was originally released in 1993. This one, black vinyl also, and the list price there is $26. And while we're on the subject of Depeche Mode, they're also releasing the Best of Depeche Mode 1, a triple LP coming on black vinyl from Sony Legacy Records. The description says the Best of Volume 1 was originally released in November of 2006 and celebrated the band's illustrious career spanning 2.5 decades. The collection features 17 of Depeche Mode's most iconic tracks, including hits like Personal Jesus, Enjoy the Silence, People Are People, and many more. The description adds that this album is the perfect introduction for new fans, as well as a retrospective for long-time followers. Triple LP on black vinyl, the Best of Depeche Mode 1, coming in a little hefty. List price on that is $63. And speaking of hefty, let's wrap things up with a big box set coming from Dio. This is the complete albums, 1983 through 1993, a 9 LP box set coming to us from Universal UK. The description says that this deluxe box set is Dio's historic run of albums for Mercury Records, now being reissued together in this new box set. The complete albums, 1983 through 1993, starts off with Dio's monumental 83 debut of Holy Diver, and then continues through 1984's Last in Line. Sacred Heart is next, a 1986 live album intermission. Dream Evil's in there, Lock Up the Wolves, and 1993's Strange Highways, a double LP in there. So again, the complete albums, 1983 through 1993, from Dio, big box set, 9 records in there all together. $327 is the list price for that one. If you're a big Dio fan, this must be a must-have. And that will do it for a quick check of some of the new releases headed our way for Friday, the 4th of April, 2025. If you're local and you see something you'd like us to get a hold of, just contact us here at the store, and we will put in that pre-order. Otherwise, you can head over to our website at radiowastelandrecords.com, click on the link that says Upcoming Releases, and you'll see the full list of everything due for that 4th of April release day. So until next time, this is Jim from Radio Wasteland. Hopefully we'll get to do this again next week. We'll see, because that will be the release day before Record Store Day. Things get a little nuts here at the store. But if we can scrape together a video to tell you the non-RSD releases, we will do so. And then speaking of the Record Store Day releases, make sure you check out our live stream the night before Record Store Day here on our YouTube channel. We'll run down everything we'll have for Record Store Day 2025 in store on that live stream. So make sure you check that out as well. In the meantime, though, please make sure you hit that subscribe button, like, comment, do all the stuff that YouTube likes you to do. And we will talk to you next time from Radio Wasteland.